Airshow operational coordination, live streaming, and announcing services are provided to the 2022 Joint Base Andrews Air and Space Expo by David Schultz Air Shows of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. This event marks the 42nd event of a busy 2022 air show season that will see the company support nearly 4 dozen aviation events all across the United States. From the South Padre Island beachfront, Texas, to the Atlantic City beachfront, New Jersey. Check it out. Woo! Boy, you can feel it. Two ways, the heat, the pounding, and you can smell it. Aftershock, Mark will now take that incredible 1940 Ford fire truck out on the runway. What's going to happen is going to happen to you and your kid. If your family's ready. Than an F-15 fighter jet. All right, Mark's now working his way towards the runway. Keep your eyes open. Your camera's ready. Again, this happened so quickly. 24,000 pounds of thrust coming out the back end of that 1944 fire truck. Mark will now get himself positioned on the runway. Oh, this is amazing to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Smith from Springfield, Missouri. Aftershock. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Over 200 miles an hour down the runway here at Joint Base Andrews. Throttles coming forward. Watch for the smoke to disappear from the stacks. And let's get ready. On your marks. Get set. Let's do it, Mark. Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Smith, Aftershock. Oh my gosh. First flight was in July of 1989. Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri is the only operational base for the B-2. From your right, the P-2. No, those aren't, those are rudder pedals, sir. They control how you turn. No, you don't push on them.
Oh, is that right? Well, you know, I just thought about it. I really don't need your help. I got my own book right here.
You got a book in there?
Instructions, it says right here. Page 3. Rudder pedals. You're right.
Well, yeah, those are rudder pedals, all right. But what just happened?
I lost my book.
You lost your book?
Need your help after all.
Oh my gosh! All right, so we're going to have to talk him down, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to work with this one. All right, point that nose down again. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Watch it now. Kind of pull the stick back a little bit. There you go. Oh my goodness! What are you doing? Push that stick down. Well, not so hard. There you go. Now you got that big concrete runway in front of you. Just set it down, nice and easy.
Easy was for you, not for me.
Well, easy is a relative term, that's true, but nice and easy. There you're looking pretty good there. There we go. Nice. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, you hit the wingtip.
That was a wing dinger.
Yeah, that was a wing dinger, all right. Oh my goodness, folks, we're trying to get this guy on the ground. We're trying to do it safely, of course. We want to, of course, save him and the plane.
That's a plane back.
All right, kind of line it back up with the runway up there. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. I'm not doing as good as you think I am.
I can't see a people.
Okay, here now. What's the thing having? Okay, what?
Okay, whoa, pull back on the circle a bit. Come down a little fast. Whoa, you're going to hit the ground kind of hard. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, you just lost a tire.
I got a real problem.
Yeah, we got a problem. We just lost a tire on this aircraft. Oh, my goodness, folks. All right, well, we're going to try to get him down safely. We don't have an aileron. We've lost the wheel. Are you still doing okay?
I'm busy right now.
You're busy?
Yeah.
Busy with what? Paperwork?
Yeah.
What kind of paperwork? Very important paperwork. Well, you're supposed to be flying an airplane. Oh, wait a minute. What the world? That's a roll of toilet paper. Okay, well, I understand that's important paperwork. The job's never over till the paperwork's done. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. He cut the toilet paper in half.
Feel better now.
All right, trying to save on the roll, are you?
Yep.
All right, go. Pull that nose up a little bit. Pull that stick back. It's coming down a little quick. Oh, not too much. Oh, keep that airspeed going. Oh, yeah. Same to you. All right. We're really working, ladies and gentlemen, to get this guy on the ground. Again, this aircraft is in pretty rough shape right now. The B-17. Them so quickly, and we needed more and more aircraft over the skies that it's one of the most effective ground attack aircraft in World War II. Without question, the B-17 Flying Fortress became symbolic of America's air power. Boeing developed the heavy bomber for the United States Army Air. Now watch, ladies and gentlemen, as the Queen of the Skies, the main bomber used in the daylight bombing raids over Europe in World War II, the B-17. Miles away, and they hit the target directly. The B-17, again, one of the mainstay aircraft of the United States Air Force bombing of Europe. Now approaching from the right, the B-25 Mitchell, the B-25 medium bomber, one of the most America's famous aircraft of World War II, built by North American Aviation. Now we're We're going to commemorate the Doolittle raid. Watch now as the aircraft bomb bay doors are open. You're over Japan. It's 1942. Bombs away. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, 16 of these aircraft parked on an aircraft carrier. These are land-based bombers, never designed to do what they were going to do in that incredible mission in June, the RAF in 1941, and in the Southwest Pacific with the U.S. Army. Once again, inbound from your right, the B-25 Billy Mitchell, the only aircraft ever named after an individual in the military service. The majority of B-25s were used in the war against Japan in Asia and the Pacific. The Mitchell was most remembered, again, for the intrepid attack on the Japanese homeland. Bomb bay doors are open. It's another bomb run for the B-25. Was a very versatile aircraft. Although originally designed to bomb from medium altitudes, it was field modified in the South Pacific for treetop strafing missions and skip bombing missions on Japanese ships. Lifting off, again, an aircraft based right here. We saw a couple of these take off earlier today. Well, that's the that's the C-40. The KC-135 now taxiing out on the runway. From the 459th Air Refueling Wing. Patty Wagstaff, ladies and gentlemen, with us this weekend. As she pulls back, comes across the top again. Again, you notice she doesn't get very hot off the ground. Again, aileron rolls again. Look how she keeps that aircraft nice and level. Rolling and turning at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, this takes so much stick and rudder coordination, I can hardly even describe it to you. What's going on in that cockpit right now? Because she's not only turning the aircraft, she's rolling at the same time. That's absolutely incredible. Points the nose down, this time from the left. Airspeed goes up. And you'll see right out front there, she pulls on the stake, right at show center, going ballistic, going straight up, snap on the vertical up line, snap again, rolls the aircraft all the way around. Back down on the deck. Don't keep your eyes anywhere but on the aircraft out there in front of you. Patty Wagstaff pulling back the extra 330 again, right back into the skies. Going across the top, down the 45-degree line. Now I want you to notice out here in front of me at show center, right about there, where Patty just flew over, there's a ribbon stretched across the runway. Only, actually across the grass out here, it's only 22 feet in the air. That's not very high when you're flying an airplane. Let's keep an eye on Patty now as she gets ready to line up for the ribbon cut. Again, a mere 22 feet above the ground, Patty Wagstaff at well over 200 miles an hour approaching from the left. Keep an eye on her, ladies and gentlemen. Smoke is on. Here she comes. Got that aircraft right down on the deck. Look at that. She's below treetop level. Look at her. She's going inverted. She's upside down. The ribbon cut, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Patty Wagstaff, 22 feet inverted. Cuts the ribbon. Beautifully done. Wow. right, ladies and gentlemen, we turn control over to the F-35A demo team.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the United States Air Force, the Commander of Air Combat Command, General Mark Kelly, all the men and women of Air Combat Command, we welcome you once again to the Joint Base Andrews Air and Space Expo. I'm the Demonstration Team Superintendent, Master Sergeant Jonathan Whalen from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm joined today by our Team Chief, Technical Sergeant Haley Marshall from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And get your cameras ready. I present to you the newest, fifth generation fighter aircraft in the world, your United States Air Force, F-35A Lightning II.
Avionics Specialist, Staff Sergeant Matthew Cyrus from Pomona, California. Our Weapons Specialist, Staff Sergeant Joshua Peterson from Navarre, Florida. Our Aircrew Flight Equipment Specialist, Staff Sergeant Austin Noivar from Syracuse, Utah. Our Team's Public Affairs Advisor, Staff Sergeant Thomas Barley from Menifee, California. If you enjoyed today's performance, be sure to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at F35Demo. Tag us in all your social media posts at hashtag F35Demo. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Air Force Heritage Flight. We hope you enjoy watching and taking pride in this rare display of over 75 years of air power heritage.
Oh, sorry about that. And we've got your United States Army Golden Knights with us this weekend. So not one, but two incredible skydiving teams with us this weekend. And great to have them here as we had some fun up at FE Warren several weeks ago when we had Wings of Blue and the Navy Leapfrogs jumping together. That was pretty cool. That was something that hadn't happened before. We had some great times out there at Frontier Days, Cheyenne Frontier Days. It was a great opportunity they got to skydive into the rodeo there at Cheyenne, so it was pretty cool. Couldn't convince them to ride on the horses or the bulls, I think, but they still go jumping in the city. All right, a big wave, ladies and gentlemen, as the F-35 passes by your right again. Won't be able to hear you, but we'll be able to wave at you. What an incredible demonstration from our newest fifth generation fighter, the F-35A. Earplugs. Joint Base Andrews Air and Space Expo by David Schultz Air Shows of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. This event marks the 42nd event of a busy 2022 air show season that will see the company support nearly 4 dozen aviation events all across the United States. From the South Padre Island beachfront, Texas, to the Atlantic City beachfront, New Jersey.
And now entering the drop zone from Uniontown, Pennsylvania with 652 jumps, bringing in the Marine Corps flag. Put your hands together for Cadet First Class Isaac Melvin. And up next from Atlanta, Georgia, with 638 jumps, flying the Navy flag. Give it up for Cadet First Class Carson Brown.
Make sure it's clear.
And up next from our very own Washington, D.C. with 643 jumps, displaying the Air Force flag. Let's hear it for Cadet First Class, Bailey McFall. And coming in next from Lodi, California, with over 1,300 jumps, carrying the Coast Guard flag. Let's make some noise for Cadet First Class, for Technical Sergeant Josh Silva.
So he could not deploy his secondary.
And rounding things out from Chesapeake Beach, Maryland, with over 800 jumps, give it up for Colt Crow.
He fell from over a mile high. And you know he did when he got to the ground? He bounced. Take a turn and go down the second story window. He died. Many times.
It's like a hard impact that bounced him off.
Okay, now here's the funny part. You see him, TV is pretty vivid. When a human body gets
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our jumper down. Let's give him a big deal. He's in here.
The human body doesn't explode. It bounces.
And everything inside of it.
It bounces.
And everything inside of it gets damaged.
Yes, it's knocked all over the place. How do you guess?
And a perfect landing, ladies and gentlemen. Final approach. It takes a great deal of concentration in order to land dead center on this target. The jumper will keep a close eye on the wind slot located in the target area. As this jumper flies canopy closer to the target, let's watch as he brings it over the target for a dead center landing. Not to be outdone by the jumper before him. Let's watch as our next jumper shuts it down and smashes that target. The trails of smoke each jumper leaves across the sky are created by 2 and 18 red smoke remains, which emit a continuous stream of smoke for up to 90 seconds. The jumper attaches these to one foot with a specially designed bracket and then ties the activation pins to the landing.
By pulling on this way, the
transport
jumper can ignite air smoke
soundtrack
immediately
stock
upon
music.
exiting the aircraft. While in free fall or under canopy.
I still have a
In a
bunch
more
of guys up
conventional
there.
Army unit, these same smoke grenades are used as ground-to-ground signaling devices. From Houston, Texas, he's an airborne parachute maintenance technician with 2,357 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant First Class Jesse Robbins. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present.
Stand by, smoke reading now. Smoke reading now.
the Air Force. This will take place right along the crowd line in front of the Thunderbird jets. We hope you'll stick around, give us the opportunity to meet you, sign some autographs, take some selfies, and let us answer any questions that you may have about serving this great nation. Please visit us at airforce.com/Thunderbirds or follow us on any of the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at AF Thunderbirds. Now I would like to take some time to recognize some of the men and women who made it happen. It is my pleasure to introduce you to an important group that represents all of our Thunderbird enlisted representatives. In the center is our line chief from Islamorada, Florida, Tech Sergeant Peyton Holmes. Crew Chief Thunderbird 1 from Kalamazoo, Michigan, Tech Sergeant Xavier Knapp. Assistant Crew Chief Thunderbird 1 from Richmond, Virginia, Staff Sergeant Brandon Cooper. Crew Chief Thunderbird 2 from Elizabeth, New Jersey, Staff Sergeant Edward Santana Acosta. Assistant Crew Chief Thunderbird 2 from Bronx, New York, Staff Sergeant Joshua Seda. Crew Chief Thunderbird 3 from Palmdale, California, Staff Sergeant Takanobu Todd. Assistant Crew Chief Thunderbird 3 from Bronx, New York, Staff Sergeant Andrew Reyes. Crew Chief Thunderbird 4 from Manila, Philippines, Senior Airman Jasper Topacio. Assistant Crew Chief Thunderbird 4 from Ciales, Puerto Rico, Staff Sergeant Kenneth Colon Otero. Crew Chief Thunderbird 5 from Mainstream, Michigan, Staff Sergeant Tayron Unger. Crew Chief Thunderbird 6 from Sunrise, Florida, Staff Sergeant Joshua Echevarria. Assistant Crew Chief Thunderbird 6 from Queen. Our Section Chief of Thunderbird Communications from Riverside, California, Texas, Sierra Pittsburgh. Our Thunderbird Radio Frequency Transmission from Our Superintendent of Public Affairs from Amherst, New Hampshire, Master Sergeant Veronica Montez. Our NCOIC of Thunderbird Community Relations from Ithaca, Wisconsin, Technical Sergeant Laurel Richards. Our NCOIC of Command Information from San Diego, California, Staff Sergeant Andrew Sarver. Our Aircrew Flight Equipment Ship Lead from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Staff Sergeant Brandon Butler. And our Aircrew Flight Equipment Ship Lead from Tallahassee, Florida, Staff Sergeant Deanna Quijada.